I've had a lot of fun reviewing cars for Cars Ireland over the last few years. There's been fast ones, fun ones, and downright crazy ones. But with a new family member to carry around, it's time to settle down into just the one for the next few months. And over the next while, I'll be putting one car to the ultimate test, which is the first 6 months with a new baby. And the car I'll be putting to this most important test is this, the Skoda Karoq. Because for such small creatures, they really do make it very difficult to travel light. And luckily enough, the Karoq is one of the most generous in the segment when it comes to boot space, with a capacity of 521 litres. Or in real life terms, that's enough for a pushchair. Now this is one of those ones that you can fit your car seat to, which is handy, changing bag and the weekly shop, which also tends to get a lot bigger once you've got kids in the house. Now, one thing I have found really useful with the Karoq this time around is this electric tailgate, which is very handy when you're approaching the car with your hands full, and it also closes nice and gently and quietly, which is great if you've got a sleeping baby in the back. Now, it is an optional extra, although definitely one of the more useful ones you can spec, and you can either get it on its own or as part of an adventure pack, which will add a panoramic glass sunroof so that your little one can gaze at the stars, and heated washer nozzles for those cold, frozen over winter mornings. Now this is the style model, which is technically the mid-spec version, although it does come ridiculously well equipped. Now, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't tempted by the sport line with its sexy body kit and carbon fibre interior, but on a practical level, the style wins out for me because it allows you to spec these wipe clean leather seats as opposed to the trendy fabric sporty seats of the sport line. And these are just a much safer bet when you've got young children in the car, and any parents watching will know exactly why that is. It's got 2 sets of Isofix anchors on the outer 2 back seats, which for any noobs like me are a way to mount your child's car seat securely to the chassis of the vehicle. And these ones are nice and easy to access. So you just pop the base in like so. Now this is not a professional demonstration, and most car seat sales places will either show you how or do this for you before you leave the store, but it's pretty straightforward. And then the base stays here all the time, and you just pop your child's car seat in and out like so. Another reason why I've come around to this whole SUV thing is that extra ride height, because it means less bending. Now, it's something very simple and obvious, but really does make a big difference, especially when you're doing this several times a day. And let's face it, these first few months are all about making life that little bit easier in whatever way you can. One of the other highlights of the style model for me is this infotainment system, because it comes with the upgraded 9.2-inch Columbus navigation system, which, as I've said several times before, is one of the best systems on the market. The graphics are crisp, it's really responsive, very easy to pair with your phone via Bluetooth, and connects first time every time. Then the sat-nav is one of the better in-car systems you can use, although because it comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, I tend to just use maps on my phone, but that's just a personal preference. It's also got DAB digital radio, parking sensors, and a high-definition reversing camera. I am very sleep deprived at the moment. I've got a narrow driveway. It's just one less thing to worry about. So it's so far so good with the Karoq. I will be updating you down the line on things like fuel economy and ride quality once we get a few more long distance journeys under our belts. In the meantime, Anthony will be keeping you up to date on all the new metal hitting the showrooms this year. So if you'd like to see more from both of us, please hit subscribe.